two-wheel drive just north of Redding, California, on the way to Redwoods. But you can see all of the fire damage that happened, all the wildfires that happen up here. I know they had some really bad ones last year, such that Descend on Bend up in Oregon was just literally filled with smoke and people were leaving early. So I'll be missing that this year because I have to be home in Houston Labor Day weekend. So, but I will definitely try to make Schoolypalooza, which is in January. Whoa, there's a deer. Hello, deer. So I'm stopped at this construction red light, and there's a Vanlifer with Starlink and window covers on it. Yeah, make it blatantly obvious, dude. No, just kidding. Yeah, the thing about Starlink is that you have to have an adequate power source, and I don't know how much power it actually takes, but you also have to be stationary. So you can't just like attach it. I guess you could attach it to the roof, but it has to be able to move, I believe. So until they make a more mobile version, I don't think I'll be getting Starlink anytime soon. I actually kind of like just having a break from the computer and then every couple days finding a Starbucks to check on stuff and upload stuff. But I can do everything pretty much on my phone, so I'm not too concerned. Okay, we're moving now. I'm gonna get rid of this horrible like chip in my window that's like the bane of my existence. I got this on the way to San Antonio a couple months ago. Okay, let's go on. I am now in Willow Creek, which is the Bigfoot capital of the world. And I don't know if they've actually seen Bigfoot here, but apparently they have Bigfoot days and an ice cream social because Bigfoot likes ice cream. So, what is Bigfoot, a Sasquatch? I don't know. I don't know a lot about him. You know, I'm British-ish, so, you know, the Loch Ness Monster is kind of our thing. That's our deal. But anyway, so I've got about 37 miles before I get to the 101, so I'm going to fill up near Eureka and then head up the 101, so hopefully I get a little bit of coastal views. Not that I'm, you know, not digging the mountains. I'm so grateful that I lived in northern Japan in the mountains for 4 years, which is what this looks like, because mountain driving is super easy for me. And Prudence is doing pretty well with their two-wheel drive. I do need to get my transmission oil checked, or transmission fluid checked at some point, probably when I have a day in Bend. And yeah, then I need to get some Wi-Fi and plan what I'm going to do and where I'm going to stay for the Washington National Parks, which is Olympic, Mount Rainier, and North Cascades. Now, if for some reason, because it's 4th of July week next week, for some reason I can't actually get into those parks, it's okay, because I plan on driving to Alaska next year, so it's not a total loss. But I'm going to do my best to try to get in. Timed entry, I think if you go before timed entry starts, and I don't mind getting up at 4 a.m., which seems to be the theme of this trip. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful drive. Yeah, just you know, 4 hours from Lassen Volcanic to Redwoods. And Redwoods is a national and state park together, so hopefully it shouldn't seem too busy, even if it is busy. Finally, after weeks and weeks, well, like literally like a week and a half of driving in the mountains and the desert, we finally come to the ocean. Okay, get out of the way. Thank you. Stop blocking my view. Of course, I'm behind all these trees. Anyway, I'm on the 101 and I'm about 30 miles from Redwood National and State Parks, and my hiking trail is 3 miles from the entrance. So super exciting to get out of California after this, and also super exciting to finish the 9th and final national park in California. I did all 9 this year. That's insane. So yeah, it's doable, and it only cost me a couple vital organs, not that many for gas. But yeah, this is the 101. I have driven this a very long time ago, probably about 20 years ago, up to San Francisco. Actually, I'm north of San Francisco. Yeah, driven all the way to Northern California, Oregon, Southern Oregon, up to Portland. This was back in 2004. So the last time I was in Oregon proper was for work in 2015, and then I drove all the way up here in, yeah, 20 years ago. So yeah, nice to be up in the PNW, the Pacific Northwest, where mold is the national flower, I think, or the state flower is mold, and there's bugs everywhere. So, okay, almost at Redwood. What a long 4 hours that felt like, but it was fun. Beautiful, beautiful drive, and glad to be almost out of California. Good morning from, I didn't even bother getting dressed. I just got on the road. So what is happening with my hair? Anyway, so I'm in Auric, population 51, elevation 26 feet. So I am now at sea level almost. The ocean is that way. And it is overcast and gloomy as Northern California tends to be. So I am about 6 minutes away from my trail. I should be hitting the entrance to Redwoods right like in a minute. Hopefully there's a sign and everything, visitor center, all that stuff. This is part of the 101. You literally drive through the national park. The state park is also part of the national park. So a little bit confusing. You might breeze through and not actually know that you're in the national park. But Auric is just a little town with a bunch of little shops and restaurants. So my hike will take about an hour, and then I think I just drive. I'm gonna head up to Crescent City, probably fill up on gas, look for a new toilet, and then head on to Grants Pass where there's a Starbucks where I'll do my Zoom call with Harriet tonight. So I talk to her a few days a week while I'm traveling. So we do our Zoom, and that's where she spends about 38 minutes explaining a 2-minute YouTube video. So like I said, I didn't even get dressed this morning. I'm just like whatever. Anyway, so yeah, so I also need to find a shower tomorrow. So I'm gonna actually stay at Crater Lake on the BLM land where I would be staying tomorrow night, because I'm gonna go have lunch with, or breakfast rather, with my friend, old friend that I haven't seen in like 15 years, old friend at Friday morning. So today is Wednesday, I think. Today's Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday, so today's Redwoods, do my hike, drive through the park, try to find a new toilet in Crescent City, go into Oregon this afternoon, and then plot myself down at Starbucks. I need to start planning the rest of the trip. And so from here to the BLM land's 4 hours. So that was a really long 4-hour drive from Lassen Volcanic. It was a lot of energy going through all those mountain passes. But I will be going, I need to plan where I'm going to stay and stuff in the BLM land for the next like Oregon and Washington section of the trip. So I do want to spend a day in Bend and go mountain biking. Hopefully my mountain bike isn't really broken. I need to get that completely fixed. So yeah, sorry. Oh God, I'm so tired. It is only like 11 a.m. and that took a while to get up here. But yeah, so I am, last leg of California. All right, Redwoods. People are parking and getting out of their vehicles. Why are they doing that? Is there a sign? Is there a Redwood sign? I'm gonna jump out, take a picture. I don't care if I block traffic. I need a picture of Prudence in front of the sign. Why are they all getting out of their cars? What are they looking at? Okay, I'm skipping the first hike because it's way out of the park. And I'm going to take the scenic byway. Sorry for all the bugs again. Yeah, so this scenic byway, I think it just goes through the whole national park. It's really confusing, Redwoods. So I'm just trying to find like, the Far Side cartoon where like the car is going through the tree. But anyway, so yeah, so I'm going to take the scenic route. So far I've seen no, oh, this is the state park? Okay. The national park's up here somewhere. Okay, so this is actually the state park. This is Prairie Creek State Park. So you have to go further. So people are stopping, maybe just to hang out in the state park, or maybe they think this is the Redwood National Park. I don't know, I haven't seen a sign yet. So I'm gonna go further up the scenic road. If I get to Crescent City, I've bypassed the entire national and state park system. So I'm just gonna keep going. It's cold up here, it feels really good though. There's a freaking elk right there. There it is. Hi. I'm gonna stay over here. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where I am. So these are Redwoods. So this is Prairie Creek North. You are here. And I want to go to the National Park headquarters. Redwood State Park, Redwoods National and State Parks. Is there like an official place where I can like get a magnet? I mean, I saw an elk. I mean, I think that qualifies, even if I don't hike, but I do want to do a hike. I just don't know where I am right now. Okay, I'm gonna keep going north, the scenic parkway. Yeah, okay. It's kind of like Saguaro National Park is just a drive-through. It's just 28 miles. No, it's 9 miles driving through, and Petrified Forest is 28 miles driving through. So, okay, let's keep going. Let's explore the unknown. What the hell? Okay. So I just spoke to a couple stoners, and they said that basically, like, this road is it. And so you have to just go all the way back to the Prairie Creek State Park, and that's what they said was the headquarters. There's also a trail to go to the headquarters. It's about a 4-mile trail, I think. So I'm going to go to the Prairie Creek Welcome Center, figure out what the hell's going on. I just want to do one quick hike and then head up north. But yeah, this is beautiful. But Sequoia is prettier. If you want to see big trees, Sequoia, definitely. I know there's the one that you drive through. I don't know what park that's in though. Like, I don't think my van would even fit under it, but there's like the gigantic tree. I think it's Sequoia. I don't know. Who knows? Okay, so I'm going to go back about 5 minutes, and then, yeah, so that's my day so far. Go back and get stuck in the elk traffic. Okay, there's Prudence with some Texan neighbors from Amarillo. So it is very confusing. Nobody seems to know whether we're actually in the national park. So I am here. Okay, so this is Prairie Creek Redwood State Park. So anyway, so I'm gonna go to the big tree. And yeah, I think this is probably, it says national park. So I'm gonna go to the big tree and then just keep driving north, I think. And then this is Humboldt County and Del Norte County. And I think these are trails. I don't think these are roads. You can go this way on the beach. Okay. Yeah, because it says here, Redwood National and State Parks. You are in the Newton B. Drury Scenic Parkway, a 10-mile scenic ride. I would like to go to the National Park. I want to get a magnet. So I'm actually going to keep going. After I go to the big tree, I'm going to keep going to the Welcome Center down the road where I passed, and then see if I can get a magnet. Okay, so I'm going to walk to the big tree, and then I'm going to walk a mile to the park headquarters. No bikes allowed. And yeah, I think big tree is this way. Okay. All right, well, I can check this off then, because I've talked to 8 people and we all think we're kind of in the national park. We don't know. I may also be a little bit overdressed for hiking, but there's bugs, and this is citronella on it, and this is citronella, so I don't want to get bitten by anything. Okay, this is the big tree. Not as big as Sequoia, but it's pretty big. Okay, let me see, I take a selfie. So there was this woman that was like marrying the tree or something, and she was so rude, and she wouldn't move, and we were all standing there waiting to take a photo, and she's like, I'm having a moment. I was like, dude, like, get off the tree. I don't know, I get it. I mean, some people are like literally tree huggers, but seriously. Anyway, so now I'm going to walk the 0.9 miles to the headquarters, see what that's about. And yeah, this is fine. Confusing. Yeah, I guess the experience is to camp, but all the campgrounds were like $40 a night here. So I was like, why would I pay when I can just park for free at a gas station? Yeah, so I don't know. I'll come back and explore this area another time. There's not a lot of trails that came up on all trails. There was like a waterfall trail, which was way down, like 20-30 minutes back. This trail is the big tree, which I think is the big tree. Yeah, so I think I'm just going to walk 2 miles round trip headquarters, see if there's anything. I buy a magnet, and then head on to Crescent City. I think that's it for Redwoods. Short and sweet. So yeah, everyone's real nice except the lady that was marrying the tree. So there's actually a condition where like somebody, like where you actually fall in love with inanimate large objects. Like somebody married the Eiffel Tower. It's a thing. Okay, so there is a road, and this is the foothill trail to the visitor center. I'm assuming maybe the road that way goes to the visitor center. Rotary Memorial Grove, foothill to visitor center, and big tree. Okay. It's like, this is the weirdest national park I've been in. But there's no people, so this is definitely much better than 1,000 billion people like at Yosemite. Although I did enjoy that because it was kind of like everyone was just real chill and real cool, even though it was busy. And I do enjoy seeing other people, especially from other countries, you know, getting to experience the beauty of the US. Yeah, so I'm all for that. I do like my solitude as well, but I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm not going to tell you where I am because I don't want you to go where I go. It's like, no, you can go where I go. Just like pick up your dog shit. So anyway, let me get a photo of this. This is cute. So I was just on the foothill trail. It is disabled accessible, which is great. Nice kind of like wooded, matted trail. I don't know what you would call it. It's not gravel. Okay, so there's also Cathedral Trees Trail, Elk Prairie Trail, and Rhododendron Trail. So yeah, I guess it's just a trail system. And the visitor center is 0.2 miles. So these trail systems are super accessible if you have mobility assisted devices, or if you, have some physical limitations. You can definitely enjoy the trails. And you can just park on the side of the road. There's lots of turnouts, so you don't have to really walk that far. You can just go in and out and then back to your car, drive to the next trail. Okay, so visitor center up here. Hopefully. And yeah, I think I'm going to walk back the same way I came and then just head on to Crescent City, unless there's something else to see. Sorry about this. I thought there would be like a big epic, like you're in the Redwoods, but not really. So, okay, visitor center. I see trailers, a road, and it's probably over here. Okay, so this is the same as the other end where they have the campground. Prairie Creek Redwood State Park. Yeah, I think that's it. I think it's the national park is the state park. So let me go to the visitor center, which is over here. Okay, here's the map. So I went into the Prairie Creek Visitor Center. I'm now at the, where am I at? I am somewhere up here. Anyway. Okay, so yeah, this is the national park. Okay. Well, there's a national park down there. Tall trees, access road, permit only. Well, I don't have a permit, so that's not gonna work. So I guess I passed it. That's fine. And I think my hike was down to the falls. Yeah, I don't have a permit, so I wouldn't be able to do the drive anyway. Yeah, I'm trying to, I do videos and things, so.
Awesome.
Okay, so I came in through the Prairie Creek Visitor Center, but I need a permit to drive in the national park, is that true?
You need a permit to access Fern Canyon, and you need a permit to drive to Tall Trees Grove.
Oh, okay.
You can still drive Bald Hills Road. You can still drive the parkway. You can drive the freeway through our entire park here. It's just these two areas that you need a reservation in order to take your car to those places.
Okay, and you get that on recreation.gov?
No, you get them through the National Park website, nps.gov/REDW.
Okay, yeah, because I was trying to book campsites through recreation. But,
Gotcha. If you want to book campsites, that's going to be through the state park website, Reserve California.
Okay, it's not that confusing now. Okay.
A little bit of clarity, but one of the biggest things that I think is a help about this map is the dark green versus the light green areas.
Okay.
96% of these old growth redwood trees have been cut down.
Oh, wow.
The remaining old growth is in these dark green areas. So that's where you'll find the biggest, the tallest, the oldest trees.
So the state park, like Prairie Creek, is like thicker than...
Which are also part of the national park.
Okay.
But part of that is because MPS came in 40 years after the state.
All right.
And a lot of heavy logging through that time period. So a lot of the property that the national parks acquired originally was pretty heavily logged.
Yeah, I just want to justify getting my magnet and my t-shirt, so, okay.
You are in the national park here. If you came from the north, you've been in it for an hour.
Okay.
If you came from the south, you've been in it for like 20 minutes.
And plus the 30 minutes of walking. Okay.
But, actually, let me
Is
grab
this
it.
poops?
Normally on a Tuesday.
Are these poop?
Yes, they are. You
Oh.
want to touch them?
I did already poke it, yes, a couple times.
So one really cool thing we have on our state park maps, which show the actual trails. This is basically the big national park map, more helpful for driving around. The state park map have these highlighted yellow sections, and those are going to be ADA accessible trails. So
Yeah, I
anybody
noticed the
has
big
them-
tree
yeah.
trail was ADA
Awesome.
accessible.
So anything highlighted yellow, we have basically about 4.5 mile loop here.
Oh, good,
That's all
okay.
ADA. The other really cool thing is we're working on getting a David's chair this summer. It's supposed to be coming in within the next couple of months. So if you do have sending people out here, let them know that that's available to them.
And also
we'll have a
what
rental
poop
system
looks
for it
like.
here. And lots of poop.
Okay, so I got clarification. The whole thing is a park, the national park. So I got a t-shirt, the same national park t-shirt that I got from Mesa Verde and Zion. So it's got a map on the back. It's real soft material. And I'm gonna go back to the van and keep driving. So heading up to Crescent City, gonna go find a new toilet. And yeah, okay. Redwoods was fun. At least I got about a 2-mile hike out of it. You do need permits though to go to parts of the park, but the tall trees, most of it's been chopped down. So in the state park area is actually more lush with the trees than the actual national park area. So apparently the National Park Service came in 40 years after the loggers chopped everything down. So I am way overdressed. It is not really that cold outside. But this is, like I said, for bugs. So, okay, back to the van. So I'm walking back to the big tree and I don't remember going through such overgrown. I think I went around. Okay, I gotta find the trail now. I think this is the trail. Very confusing, I may be lost. We'll find some other humans. Hopefully they know where I'm going. Is the big tree that way?
Yeah, it's pretty far this way, but yeah.
Oh, it's fine,
You can
yeah.
keep going.
Do you know if this goes back to the visitor center?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Okay, so we are on the right
Yeah.
spot. All right, we were just making sure. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, look, so
Yeah, this is a different trail, but it goes along the river, so I think I missed a turnoff somewhere. It's okay. This will get there eventually. So although this wasn't the way that I went to the visitor center, it is quite interesting of a hike to go this way. I'm about a mile or so from the big tree, looping around the back. I don't know how I got, off course, but this is great. I am beat. Okay, hiking. Lots of big trees, and so far 2 miles. And so it's 1 mile up, 2 miles back. And I should be back to my van soon. I left the trail and now I'm heading down this road, which I hope is the right way. Cathedral Trees Trail is that way. I should probably just stay on the trail, but this is a road, so this should go back to the road. Who knows? I'm lost. Not really, I mean, it's not like you can get too lost here. Well, that was actually a nice extra 1.5 mile detour. So now I'm at the big tree. So I'm going to loop back around and then go back to the van. That was nice. I would definitely recommend the Cathedral Trail, the Cathedral Trees Trail from the visitor center. I don't know how to get to it. I just kind of stumbled upon it. But if you get a map, you can find it. There's no cell reception out here. Yeah, just arms and elbows in. Who knows what, poison, blah, 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 you're going to end up touching. But yeah, it's big tree again, which is good because I didn't start my hike from the tree on my Apple Watch. I just started it from the van. So, okay, back to the van. Okay, I'm entering Oregon, but I don't see a sign. Is this it? Oregon? Veterans? Am I in Oregon? I think I'm in Oregon. Alright, well there was no sign. Hell yeah, Oregon welcomes me. Woo! A new state for prudence. I've been here twice before though.